Grace Thorpe posted a text message conversation with her mother today in Discord. It read, "Your father just sent a few texts saying you got an eviction notice and that you've taken the RV and you aren't communicating with him. I've tried to call you, but my phone isn't letting me. Are you okay? I'm working today from 11 to 4. I can meet you at any time, anywhere after that." I just wanted to provide an update before starting the appearance that Grossly Offensive and I did on the Killstream. Thank you for watching.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, awesome. Grossly, it's been a while. Shamoo making his debut. Let me start with Grossly because we've had him on the show before. Introduce yourself to the audience for those who don't know you.
I am grossly offensive, former mask wearer turned documentarian, I guess.
That's true.
I'm on a new account, though. If anyone's looking for the grossly offensive account, that was banned for hate speech. It's my old Uncle Barry gave me his account, so that's where you'll find me now.
That's a nice uncle. Now, very cool. And throw your link. Either give it to the guy we know, and I'll promote it, or just throw it in chat.
Yeah.
And so we'll get that set up for you. Shamoo making his debut. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Very cool. Now, give a little bit of background on yourself as well. This is your first time on the show, and we watched a little bit of your documentary. Now, there's two of them, and you've covered the Thorpe family a lot, and that's going to be the topic today, obviously. But give a little background on yourself.
Yeah. So I make videos on YouTube and find people like the Thorpes. We've been following them now for, I don't know, 7 or 8 months, basically, from like when it was just us in their chat, fucking with them or whatever, to now where it's like this big thing, and Ben's going on people like Hunter Avalon and stuff. So I just kind of do stuff like that and make that kind of content.
Now, and by the way, shout out to you. I think I was talking to our mutual acquaintance, and he's like, I didn't realize. He's like, first off, he was very positive about you and everything, and then he's like, "Ralph, you got mad and banned him for like 5 minutes last week." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, good. I unbanned you very quickly," but I was like, "Oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I?" I was like, "That was him in the fucking chat." I was like, "Damn, all right, I gotta stop picking on chatters so much. You never know who it's gonna be, right?" I was like, "Oh fuck, yeah." So
no, we were laughing about it. We thought it was hilarious. Don't worry about it.
My fault. I pick on people. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I just randomly fucked with this guy. And it's the dude I'm having on the show today. My apologies. I did want to mention that. But all right, let me keep with you here, and we'll kick it back over to Grossly in a second. But how did you get it started? And Grace is in the chat, by the way. We've been talking a little bit back and forth. I think she might call in later or sometime soon. But how did you find the Thorpe family and get interested in this topic?
So we found the Thorpe family by a guy that used to do a stream called Kino Corner, and that's how I found him. And he did a stream on Ben and Grace, and it was like a small group of people, probably like 10 or 15 people. And then they made a Discord or whatever, and we started going in there. And Ben, outside of really like the craziest stuff, like the real like insane stuff happened off of YouTube. A lot of it was in the Discord calls. Like they would do Discord calls for like 5 to 6 hours a day, yelling at each other, like, at the family members, right? So they'd get together, it'd be Grace, Ben, and his wife, who's like estranged, or his son, who's estranged. And they would just yell at each other, like his son calling Ben a faggot and everything else. And so it just kind of went from there.
What about you, Grossly? How did you get roped into this?
So I, again, sort of the Kino Corner, but there's a Jewish tranny fucker called Hormaxer who's sort of like a server lolcow. And Grace went on his stream and was sort of berated by her. So I gave it to the Kino Corner. I said, look at this shit, dude. This is hilarious. And then it's been... ever since then, we've just been fucking with them every day, really.
Now,
pretty much. Now,
we'll get to some of the darker allegations here in a minute, and I don't really know. I'm trying to be fair to everybody involved, and also, I mean, there were some really. We watched it on Saturday, and you know, some of it I'm watching and it's like, oh, whatever, they're yelling at each other. Who knows what's going on? Maybe they're just having fun with this. And then there was like this, maybe I should just ask it now. There was this Discord conversation and it was pretty dark. I guess he was, and again, I don't know if this is true or he's just like spitballing and coming up with a wild scenario, but there was something about like torture and all this crazy shit. Like I don't know. You could tell it better than I can. Right?
Yeah. So it's important like to remember too that when this first started, like, you know, nobody knew about any of the crazier allegations. You know, it kind of evolved over time. It's like it's a really classic spiral story, you know, of a person that's like on YouTube or whatever and just continually spirals. So probably 5 to 6 months after talking to them, his son came out with that allegation. And then, you know, police went and checked it out. And then nothing happened, whatever. And the second part of my doc series or whatever came out. And when that happened, that next day, Ben was like manic. Ben has bipolar. Now, he's diagnosed, but he'll tell you that he cured himself. Like he cured himself of all mental illness, but he hasn't. He's very manic. And so he was manically posting, and then he just started saying all this crazy shit. And so and then because it corroborated what his son said, you know, 2 detectives came over, and now there's like an open investigation and all this stuff. But as far as like what people believe, I kind of leave that up to, you know, people can look at what happened and kind of make their own decisions on that.
Well, that's fair, and I understand why you would say that, take that position. But what about you, Gross? what do you think about some of this stuff? Right? Like, is it you know, them having fun, razzing people and coming up with wild scenarios, or is there darkness there?
So when we first found them, I was like, this can't be real. This has to be like fake. So we were like, okay. I thought that Grace was an escort that Ben had hired to say crazy shit. Then we looked into it, and they were a real family, and there's like a few lawsuits before YouTube. And then you think, oh, okay, well maybe they're just being provocative. And then we met the son, Jerome, and he goes, oh, well, I found these text messages on Grace's phone saying, come upstairs and bounce on this. I want to bounce on this big daddy dick, and a load of eggplants and squirting emojis. And we go, well, maybe he's just talking shit. So we asked him in VC, and he goes, yeah, we sext like that all the time. It's jokes. We talk sexually all the time, and it's just jokes. And then you find out like the mum thought that this was real, and you go in, surely this can't be real. This isn't a daughter and father who are like laughing in everyone's faces about their incest.
Now she says she's in chat. She says that's not true. I'll just put that out there.
Well, she'll say that, but there's a clip that you have. There's a clip that you have. If you want to play it now, you can. It's called Ben Thorp sexts his teenage daughter and is a danger to his family or something like that.
Okay, all right. Now hold on. Let me look through here. I know there's a couple things I was sent. Yeah. So the Thorp. So I have 2 clips. Where's the one I'm supposed to play here? Is this on your channel?
Yeah, it is on my channel.
Okay.
I can put the link in the chat.
Yeah, just do that. Just do that, because I have a couple clips here that haven't been played, I think. Should I spoil it, who it involves yet, or should I just wait? I don't know. It's an old friend of ours. Let's put it that way. You can say it if you want. Yeah.
It's a mysterious acquaintance, a mutual associate.
We'll wait.
Grace can deny this stuff, by the way. She can deny all she wants, but as you know, Ralph, I do a very thorough job, and everything is collected and archived and recorded, and thousands of hours of VC collected over the last 8 months. We have every single receipt that we would need to say that, you know, this isn't just saying some crazy shit. This is like their words from their mouths.
Yeah, it's them. Like that. I let them kind of speak for themselves in a lot of ways, because some of it is so crazy. You know, you don't want it to seem like, oh, this is a smear or something. But the video I just linked in the group chat, it's several different things, right? But it includes the thing we're talking about, but it's just some of the crazier shit that Ben has said. And Discord calls too. This isn't on YouTube.
Also,
some of it is.
So I told Grace to call in on Telegram, but I'm sure she has a Discord as well. Is there a place I could send my maybe I could message you, I don't know, on Telegram. Oh, you're not calling it right now. Okay, good. All right, okay. I mean, it's not good. It would be fun if you did. But I mean, I understand. It's good that I don't have to figure it out right now, at least. Okay. All right. And I'm trying to be fair because I know she's probably going to call in, and it's different when I'm trying to get both sides, and it's like, all right, I'll just call it down the middle and let you guys talk, and then we'll talk to her. All right, now, but Grossly is traditionally very thorough. Yes, I agree with that. All right, now let me play this right now. Also, you guys probably won't be able to hear it because of my fucking Rodecaster. I don't know why it changed, but you've heard it before anyway. So, all right, let me go ahead and play it.
You know, when the kids were younger and Grace and John were fighting, at one point, I gave them 2 knives and said, "Go ahead and kill yourself." I never peeped. But I did have a thing when I was going to school there because I'll admit I wasn't I'm not the healthiest guy. I had issues, but we were in Cambridge, Mass, at a place that would be unprohibitively expensive now, but it was owned by the school. There was a building right across from us, and there was a family in the building, and there was I don't know, older. I'm going to say she was in her 20s. This girl, and they wouldn't put the curtains down, and I would just be waiting for the girl to take her, to undress for the night. And I mean, that's terrible. But I did spend a lot of hours looking over there. You just sit there for hours. You're going like, oh, okay, come on, please.
On the side of caution when she's joking around with a 16-year-old girl, I think that's just odd.
Smash or pass. She hasn't been on the show yet, so we'll get a vote from the audience. That is a Killstream tradition, by the way. We're not just doing it.
Obviously ridiculous. No.
She's 20, by the way. Yeah. She confirmed. All right.
What is being cautious with a 16-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, we're 2 girls. I mean, like the fact that
if we were talking, they could talk about like
just posted something that might add to the smash or pass. I don't know. Might add or take away. Who knows?
Controversial vote in the chat, by the way. I see. All right, let's continue. We're at 120 on the video, and I'll look at what you posted. I see. All right, now. Oh man, that's all fair. All right, 120. Let's continue right now.
It's provocative. I think a lot of the sexual predator priest stuff is overblown. I think a lot of those kids were gay kids.
It does look like Smash won, to be fair. But it was there was some back and forth there going.
Yeah, I think 14-year-old whores who go on a mingle and are hoping to see a penis deserve to encounter.
I do think women are largely whores, but I wouldn't speak from my own experience. I've had several homosexual encounters, but I've not had any gay sex. I got somewhat molested by a beautiful girl when I was visiting my friend Joe Shabatoni.
Docs.
I loved it.
I like I just dropped that guy's name while I was visiting Joe.
They do that all the time, dude. They dox literally everyone they have their name of. They auto dox. It's unreal.
I'm sure Joe loves that. Holy shit. That's funny as fuck. No, not Sabatoni. No. All right, 154. Let's continue.
She was beautiful. I think
go off a
tangent. Fondling.
What's the tangent?
All right, I'll pause it. Super chat too.
People grow I percent $3. Show her without makeup and ask SP again. Lol.
Well, look, I'm not. All right, I shouldn't have even done that because I knew it would start this. All right, but thank you for the super chat. 2 minutes. Let's continue.
Say you got molested by a younger woman? Did you just?
No, she was old. She was old. His older sister. She was gorgeous.
Sabatoni.
And his mother sort of agreed with him. That's crazy. Totally crazy. Nothing to do with YouTube.
Oh yeah.
He found some. Whatever, this is when his mother was, this isn't really like YouTube, right? So he was convinced of this somehow. I think his mother was telling him. So he went through his sister's phone and she sent me something, a teenage girl will send something. Maybe it was a maybe it was an emoji of a.
I think eggplant phrase. It was,
I really
"Hey,
don't
can you come up here and bring that big dick with you?" And
Yeah, right.
plant emojis.
Yeah.
I have no memory. I don't know.
Saying, I think I'm the most sexually normal guy in the world. I was told, I have someone who goes to my chat who's a 16-year-old girl, and I was told like it's really, really a problem. I was like, what would be the problem? I chat with her. I would meet her in person. I would tell a 6-year-old girl that her dress looked pretty.
Ben.
I'm a pedophile in the Greek sense, Mike. Lover of children. I love children.
That's his real life friend saying.
Yeah.
I love children, especially little girls.
Friend.
All right, 317. Maybe don't cite the Greeks, but anyway, let's continue. Let's continue at 317.
I think you should be less ambiguous about that.
And I like to, I guess you could call it flirting, flirt with little girls and say like how pretty they look.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh, I think that's your problem, guys. A normal man loves to flirt with a little girl and say, "Are you like a little girl?"
Flirt with little girls, you fucking.
What is wrong with
It
him?
depends what you mean by flirt, but yeah, like flirt. Yeah, like say like, "Aren't you a pretty little girl?" Oh, my kids were little. I very much loved their little bodies, and I pinched their butts and all that stuff. That was very touchy feely. I think you're crazy if you're not, but I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, not the language I would use, but thoughts on that? I guess maybe you want to leave it there, or anybody have a follow-up take on that video, on some of the material there?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that, like, the part where he talks about the text messaging, right? That part in particular, and Ben actually threatened to like sue me over this video in particular, a couple videos, but this one in particular. And he was like, oh, he denied the age. So they were like worried about the legality of it. He's like, oh, she was 18. She's 8. Their point wasn't that it didn't happen. Their point was that she was 18. But he since admitted on a stream that she was 16. It was 15, 16. I've talked to the son about it as well and other people of the family. But that part in particular really like kind of, I wasn't sure for the longest time, but like, when you have that was enough for me to think that, maybe not everything is all right here.
So Grace is in the chat and she's like, what, do you guys have a problem with that? And and I'll try to play devil's advocate since that's my job, right?
Good luck, Ralph.
I know, but okay. So what, I mean, maybe he's, okay, super chat. Hold on.
Black Swan sent $5. Serious epidemic of niggers telling on their own damn selves.
But what about maybe it's all above board and he's just using the wrong language or kind of going too far into that direction? Is that possible, or what do you think about that?
The counter I would have to that was that clip in particular was not on stream. It was in a call with Ben, his daughter, his IRL friend, and me and one other user on Discord. There's like two people that don't know him or whatever in real life, and he's just talking about it like it's fine. And he even says he gives pretext to it that.
Ego Baby sent $5. I've been cracking jokes about this all day, but this nigger is completely sick in the head. Now, Grace, you are a Stockholm
and
syndrome.
I'm going to bring up
this
stuff about her brother. I think he's kind of a controversial figure in their family. We'll bring that up in a second. But pick it back up. You were saying the pretext.
Yeah, the pretext was, he says himself that this isn't YouTube. This wasn't a YouTube thing. This happened a long time ago. So.
All right, so she's in the chat, as you know. She said, my brother made those allegations when I was 18, January of 2022. I know Shamoo can't do simple math, but come on. And I'll let you respond. I'll let you respond to that. But also, it seems like he doesn't get along with the rest of the family. What is his right? So what is his status? Why doesn't he get along? And then you can respond to that if you'd like to.
Yeah, so
I can take this,
Shamoo. Yeah.
Would you imagine, let's say, hypothetical, that you found texts from your father to your sister saying, bring this big daddy dick upstairs? I think I would my brain would melt. I wouldn't. I don't even think I could function again. I'd be in therapy. That's like it's fucked. It's fucking disgusting, dude. This stuff is some of the sickest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. It's just. I want to keep things like jokey and like shit posty, but this is fucked. This is so fucked.
So,
and it's not that video is just a little snippet of all the fucked up shit. Like, there's been family assaults. There's fucking screaming matches on YouTube, broadcasted to anyone. You know, anyone can just see their family in complete disarray. The children are going to have to go to school and be questioned of, oh, why is your dad smacking your sister's arse on stream? Why is fucking your mum saying she's a whore on a stream? Like, they're going to have to deal with this forever. This is never going to go away. People are going to see this shit forever. It's fucked.
So
100%.
She's in the chat and she said, Shamoo, where's your proof of any text I've ever sent to my dad apart from hearsay?
Well, your dad just said he did, Grace. I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, now she could answer that in chat if she wants, or she's going to call in after, I think, or sometime soon, so she could save it for them too if she wants, but save it for then, I mean. Yeah, I mean, it did sound like he said that.
I mean, yeah.
So I don't know why did he say that? Now, is he just playing into it, or is that what you're saying, or is he joking about it and it didn't really happen?
She doesn't know what she's saying. She's manic, just like Ben. She's gonna say a bunch of shit that, I mean, he said it, Grace. I don't know what you want, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I just posted another video. There's going to be like Grace's take on things she said. It's a little bit jokey. It's a jokey video, but still, all that shit happened.
Okay. So she says this. He said maybe she sent a text with an eggplant emoji. I don't know. Then she says you keep changing it, saying I said something about Big D.
That's what your dad said.
Yeah, your dad said he sent it. He asked him straight out, and he said, yeah, something like that. What the fuck do you want?
All right, now I'm just being fair, right? Okay, so let's play this second.
Oh, yeah.
Let's play this second video.
Last time on.
Oh my god. Okay. The title of this. She even says it too. Are you serious? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Grace Meredith says, no, he didn't play the clip. He literally didn't say that. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go back then. Hold on before I play this. So I guess it's at the end of that, right? I'll go back to about, what, 2 minutes to, let's see, 2:10. And we'll play that.
That's crazy. Totally crazy. Nothing to do with YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
He found some... Whatever, this is when his mother was... I mean, this isn't really like YouTube, right? So he was convinced of this somehow. I think his mother was telling him. So he went through his sister's phone and she sent me something, a teenage girl will send something. Maybe it was an emoji of a...
I think eggplant phrase, it was, hey, can you come up here and bring that big dick with you? And
yeah, right.
Plant emojis?
Yeah.
I have no memory. I don't know.
Saying, I think I'm the most sexually normal guy in the world. I was told, I have someone who goes to my chat who's a 16-year-old girl, and I was told like it's really, really a problem. I was like, what would be the problem? I chat with her. I would meet her in person. I would tell a 6-year-old girl that her dress looked pretty.
Ben.
I'm a pedophile in the Greek sense, Mike. Lover of children. I love children, especially girls.
Oh, Ben.
I love children, especially little girls.
I think you should be less ambiguous about that.
And I like to, I guess you could call it flirting, flirt with little girls and say like how pretty they look.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh, I think that's your problem, guys. A normal man loves to flirt with a little girl and say,
flirt with little girls, you fucking
What's wrong with him?
It depends what you mean by flirt, but yeah, like flirt. Yeah, like say like, aren't you a pretty little girl? Oh, my kids were little. I very much loved their little bodies and I pinched their butts and all that stuff. That was very touchy-feely. I think you're crazy if you're not, but I'm not.
All right, so we let the words stand on their own, and people can make up their own decision about what he said or what he meant, and make up your own mind.
Let's see what Grace said for her in this next
Let's
video.
see that, and then I'm going to have to step away for a minute, and I'll let you guys talk just because I have to run downstairs because they're coming by I have to pay this bill or whatever.
No worries.
In Mexico, a lot of times they take cash for bills and stuff, so it's like kind of annoying. I mean, I love that it's a cash society, but also it's like, okay, I have to pay these motherfuckers in cash money a lot of times. It's kind of annoying. All right, let's play this.
Last time on incest policy.
There is something incestuous going on.
No. Fucking bitch. Yep. My screen. Okay. That was enough of that.
You didn't kill anybody. See, now I'm like taking credit for that.
Another.
Didn't do anything.
See, we were just had our household penetrated by another pizza.
Suicide song.
Let me tell you guys my story about what happened to me. 2 police officers came to my house. Beautiful house.
Here's the shit.
And you know what they accused me of? I was accused on the internet.
I love how intently Jack is listening to this story.
Of raping and torturing Grace by my son.
Hilarious.
You're laughing the fact your child
Discord in your hand. Like, King Penis, is that your son? I was like, yes, so. And King Penis claimed that I both raped and tortured my daughter. We had a good laugh. The boys
Hilarious.
I'm down with the
That happens to everyone, man.
I've got connection. Don't fuck
right, Jack. That's just like another day for.
Stop fucking crying!
Now this little fat over here.
Whoa! Now. All right.
By the way,
yeah,
that Ralph, that was said to a black man as well. That last little section there. So
yeah, I've said it before, but on air, but it was always towards white people. I always have that caveat there. I guess Grace doesn't have that caveat. Caveat's the word of the day, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. All right, now, okay, so I couldn't help but laugh at certain parts of this. It's just,
yeah, man.
It's wild, man. Like his laugh, and then when he said, "Is your son's name King Penis or whatever?" I mean, it's funny, right? I can't help it. Okay. What's the latest? He said he got a visit from the police. I'll let you guys talk. Hold on, there's a super chat because I'm gonna have to run downstairs.
Anonymous sent $3 for saying the N-word is redeeming, and these niggers are pearl clutching.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't think that they're necessarily pearl clutchers about that, but I don't speak for them though. They're here; they can speak for themselves. What's going on? What's the police angle? He talked about it a little bit, and we talked about it on Saturday with Pine Zap and Papel Groiper. What's going on there? Is he in danger, or is this legit, or what's happening?
Yeah, it's legit. So the and Pine Zap did a great job of explaining a lot of that stuff, thanks to him. But so yeah, like that's what's so insane about him going on Hunter Avalone's, even though Hunter Avalone's shit, but Ben went on there and, he's talking about age of consent, and he starts at 17, then goes to 14. Their whole argument around that actually started him and Grace at like 14. They believe that like 14-year-olds should be able to marry off or whatever. And so he's going on there, and he's flying so close to the sun because like he's had detectives showed up. They have an open investigation for child endangerment and the stuff that his son said, and then Ben himself said. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And the recent stuff I would say would be that they have to, and I sent a clip about that. That's one of the Go files. He talks about they have to be out of the house soon, or he thinks for some reason that he can buy it, but they don't have any money. Like Ben's out of money. He's like, he started with a lot and he just like burned through all of it to like try to get YouTube famous. Like that was his entire thing that he thought was going to happen. And we told him like, you're going to ruin your life and your family's life and their name and everything. And he's just continued to spiral. And now they got to get out of the house.
So he's losing his home?
Yeah, they have
pretty
to.
Much.
Yes.
He's on a final warning for like not paying the electricity bill. But like this is a man who fucking paid Big Poppa Faggot money to debate him. How much was it, Shamoo? I feel like it was thousands of dollars.
Yeah, what? No. Why did he pay me $1,000? I would have set him up with a real fucking debate. Are you kidding me? Oh
he
my
paid
god!
him $1,000, and then BPF just talked shit on it, and like it was so ridiculous. Grace wound up stream sniping him to fuck with him, and he was so thrown off by that and wanted her to stop trolling him that he calls her and like tries to get her to stop doing it because stream sniping with 30 people in her chat is akin to like threatening to SWAT him.
Fuck, I'm dismayed now. I should have started this topic sooner. I mean, I can't.
We have that, by the way, Ralph.
Yeah, and I know, and that was that we were alluding to that earlier. By the way, that's who it was, BigPoppaFacist. I'm like, damn, did he pay $1,000? Okay, I don't know.
He did. He paid $1,000, and even well, I guess I won't spoil it, but yeah, like they paid $1,000. That's how Ben started. So like he didn't have any viewers or anything like that. He paid $1,000 to Andrew to go on his show and look like a retard debating him. I mean, like it was bad, and that's how some of the people found out about him and stuff. And he's paid other people, but like I said, that well is pretty dry right now.
Yeah.
That's somewhat astonishing to pay.
Yeah.
I mean, to pay that type of money, I mean, I would think you would have
a
better placement than BigPoppaFaggots. I mean,
agreed.
Anyway, she I don't know if she said that was true or not, and we'll let her respond to if she wants to. Where does it go from here? What do you have your eyes on, and as far as this goes, do you think there's another shoe to drop or something?
Oh yeah, this is like the end game, right? Because I've been waiting for them to.
I'm gonna let you guys talk, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes or less. So
yeah, go for it. Yeah, so for me, chat, this is like the end game because they're about to have to move or something. Ben's like extremely desperate. He's out of money. He can't do any of this shit anymore. Like, just burn through money, and he's desperate. So I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I'm sure it'll be fucking wild. What do you think, Gro?
I think every time that I'm like done with these people, and I'm like, this is too fucked. I can't watch this stuff anymore. It gets crazier every single time. Like I'm out. Some new crazy shit happens, whether it's fucking having Grace film his son while he assaults him, or fucking sending his wife to Jewish tranny fuckers streams to get on her knees and say she's a whore, or it just never ends. It's like I've never seen so much shit happen in such a short amount of time. Normally with these things, it's like a slow burn. You check in every few months. It's like non-stop wild. It's like you think, oh, I'm done with Ben now, and then he goes on that Hunter faggot guy stream, and he's like, oh, maybe we should marry 14-year-old girls, dude. Oh, have you read Lolita, bro? You should read Lolita. It just never ends.
He said it after the detective showed up at his house, like, what was that, like 2 weeks ago or something? Well, no, it might have been just like a week and a half ago. I don't even know.
Fucking him and Daimyo are the only two people in the world who actually like Lolita. I don't know. It's bizarre. He just has no filter. Says this crazy shit and then goes, oh, why does everybody think I fuck my daughter, dude? Why does everyone think I'm a fucking abuser, dude? What's going on?
As you talk about hitting your kids and your wife. Go ahead,
keep talking. You can keep talking though. Go ahead.
Okay, we were talking about him getting hit or hitting his kids and wife. So, like, his wife still has broken glasses because the night he assaulted his son, he was so upset or whatever that when they went inside, he slapped Courtney so hard that it broke part of her glasses off. And he like is amazed that people like call him out on any of this stuff. It's absurd.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. That's for sure.
Yeah, and if you want to, since we're talking about like what's happening next, if you want to pull up the Go file, you'll want to skip to maybe the middle of it. You'll see 4 squares basically for like.
So which one? The first one. So There's two. One's BPF audio and the other says Thorp clips. So we're talking about the BPF audio.
No, Thorp clips.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I see. Let me see here. Yep, I see. Okay, so hold on.
Actually, you should
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I haven't used GoFile, so I'm like.
You can open it up in a browser and it has a video as long as you have something to capture.
It's just one video though, right?
Yeah, it's just one video and it has a bunch of clips.
Yeah, okay.
You should actually start though on the one where she's doing a house tour because we played a Grossy's clip which is in there. But if you go forward, it'll just be her filming the house. We should actually watch that because it kind of goes with like them having to leave and the house being a complete disaster.
Now
the absolute squalor that they live in. They live like pigs. They live in like a fucking hoarder trash house with shit just piled up everywhere. It is, it's bizarre. It's like they fucked up an entire mansion in just 2 months. Just left shit everywhere.
Let's see. Okay, so let me pause this and then we'll skip to that part. And we've seen some of these clips. Okay. I guess it's at about 250. Yeah, 250. All right, I'll start it there again. You guys won't be able to hear it, but the audience can. All right, let's play it right now.
So, yeah. There we go. There we go. Kitchen table is better than usual. Shopping stuff. The sink is leaking into the basement. So let me cope. That is my cope for this. And the dishwasher is also leaking. So it's almost impossible.
There's just shit everywhere.
I haven't figured out a way to do those dishes yet. My brother's room. He needs to do his laundry. And then this is my room. Yep. Fucking gun. Okay. Yeah.
To be fair, I've seen women her age with worse rooms. Even than that. But, okay.
That's my room. That's where I stream right there.
I fucked a bitch in a worse room than that, actually. But anyway, we won't. Not to reveal too much,
This area is not that bad.
But yeah, are you still playing it or is it paused?
Yeah, it's still playing. It doesn't have much more left of it.
This is the hallway. We took this out of somebody's bedroom, and we never got it, like, out on the street. So it's just kind of blocking the whole hallway. And, like, some bikes and stuff. Yeah. It looks bad. It looks bad, but it's not that much stuff. It's just, like, big boxes of stuff. Like, this just has coffee in it. I don't know. I can't really. And this is the living room, which we've managed to keep somewhat.
That is Tiny Tim, right?
Show that hallway.
Yeah, that's
again.
Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
What hallway? This one? This one? Yeah, okay, Callum, yeah, DCYF. Anyways, that was the tour.
All right, that's done now. By the way, I know Tiny Tim because, of course, he's famous, but I know he did a WWF crossover.
Anonymous sent $3. Was the mother still living in the house when that tour was recorded?
Thank you for that. Yeah, he did a WWF crossover with Jerry the King Lawler, who's like a personal hero of mine because he's the king of Memphis, right?
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, and so that's how come I know Tiny Tim. And I remember at the time, I was like, oh, it's Tiny Tim. I just thought he was like a character on wrestling. And my mom, Mom's like, oh, that's Tiny Tim. Like, she knew him already, right? I'm like, how do you know who that is? She's like, oh, he's famous. He does this. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's not how I know him. Anyway, okay, so we saw that. If you have any follow-ups on the house, or should we go to another clip from here or go to the BPF?
Yeah. So really quick, before we can play like the rest of this.
One second.
XMR.
Okay.
Old guy is cool. Real human being.
Real human man.
These cackling retards have isolated clips of him speaking unreserved, from the heart, and they're not even that bad. The British guy also sounds like that Jew fuck who got you assaulted by his Shabo's guy in Lisbon.
It's not him. They're insulting the British fuck. That's not nice. All right,
What
the heck? But okay, I want to phrase that to you guys because he had a specific point he was trying to make. I'll pull it up over here on the panel. Ferret.cash does work. I'll add it into the tally here in a second. We're at about 150. We got $200 more to go to get the Extendo edition all the way till 10 p.m. Eastern and probably even a little bit longer tonight. I appreciate the support so far. We've had this is a Killstream. This is right in our wheelhouse, honestly, covering this type of stuff. So thank you for the support, and I've been having fun. I actually messaged our common acquaintance, like, yeah, good idea. Okay.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
I agree.
And I'm being fair, I hope, and trying to call it down the middle. But this is the type of wild stuff from the internet that we're known for covering. Yeah. Let me just read this, and I'll get you guys' response. It says, "Old guy is cool, real human being. These cackling retards have isolated clips of him speaking unreserved from the heart, and they're not even that bad." Then he also said the British guy also sounds like that Jew, that fuck who got you assaulted by his Shabos guy in Lisbon. He's not him, by the way, but yes, I know who you're talking about.
By the way.
Yeah, fuck Cog, dude.
Cog's a piece of
He's a shit, dude.
Dude, you know what the worst thing about fucking Cog is? I would love to have like a flame war, like go back and forth with that guy, but he's so fucking boring that you can't even watch his shit. It sucks.
It sucks, and he's like super autistic, so it's not even fun, really. You know what I mean? Like you could just say anything, and he's focused on it for weeks. Some tweet or some random thing. It's like, dude, you're just weird. I can't even. And I hate the son of a bitch, but it's like, ugh, I don't know. It's not even fun. You're right. Okay, so what do you say to that? I'll start off with you, Grossly, and then you can follow up if you want, Shamoo.
Say to what? Sorry.
Oh, okay. He said you've isolated clips of this man who's a real human being speaking unreserved from the heart, and they're not even that bad.
Okay, dude. If you think fucking your daughter's good, that's on you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You can go to Shamoo's channel and watch fucking hours and hours of like unedited raw audio of them saying this shit, and you can make your own assumptions.
If you want to die on the hill of fucking your daughter, bro, you can go for it. That's all I got to say.
I'll just carry on cackling. I'll keep my cackling to a maximum for you.
Now, max cackle. All right, now we have. We have so should we play more from this or?
So really quick for the house, right? So the house is a mess. It's leaking into the basement, all this stuff. This is all this was like a week ago. So this is coming to a head because they got to get out of the house. Like the people want to sell the house. Ben doesn't have a job. He has no money left and he's desperate. Now that leads into the next clip where because Grace and Ben are so lazy, they don't want to pick up any of this shit, right? They make a call with Ben's wife / ex-wife. She's estranged, right? She doesn't live with them or talk to them. So he makes a call. It's the first time they've spoken in like months, where the whole idea is like he's going to convince her that they'll leave so she can come clean the house and that she should do it for some reason. I don't know why.
By the way, I see her in chat and she says, and I'll read this in a sec.
LD and Empire Gamer sent $3. Did I get banned from chat? Also, these stammering fags obsessing over her family is hilarious. She's a queen and her dad is Keck. Also, hi,
hello.
Love. Long time no see, King 07.
It's good to see you. I'm feeling good. Today's day 40 of my sobriety, so I'm feeling good. I think there may be a misunderstanding with how the show works, though, and I'll read this out from her, and then I'll get my response to that. My dad has never been sexually inappropriate with me or any of my siblings. This is Grace's daughter, by the way, and we've shown her on air. She just did that walkthrough there. My dad has never been sexually inappropriate with me or any of my siblings. How about some pushback, Ethan? Well, that's not really what I do very often on the show.
I don't know. I mean, hang on.
Hold on. Wait. Let me say this.
Slap her ass.
Well, let me just
stream. Is that not inappropriate?
Hold on. Let me just say this. I let the guests speak for themselves, and every once in a while I may, push back a little, but that's not really the idea of my interview style. So I let the guests speak for themselves. I ask questions in order to get them to talk more, to stimulate the conversation, and then I let that sit out there. That's my style of interview, and it's a style of interview, right? If you've ever seen Larry King, for example, there's not really usually too much of his own opinion in the interviews. Now, sometimes here and there I will, right, etc. But that's my interview style. So I would, when you come on, I'm not gonna really push back too much on what you say either, because I'm letting the guest speak for themselves. And I'm reading what you say. I mean, she says, "LOL," but they just said my dad fucks me, and I'm telling you that's outrageous. That's all. All right. That's
are you pearl clutching, Grace? You clutching your pearls there, dude? What the heck?
Anyway, I just wanted to explain that, and I know you maybe haven't seen the show or haven't seen it very often. That's just the style that I do. So, now, where should we go from here? Do we have another clip from this, or should we go into the BPF stuff?
No, we need to play it. So you should see 4 squares, like I said, on screen. Ben's going to be on the top left, and he talks about the videos I've made on him and stuff, and you get to see what those interactions are like.
Okay, so is it 4 squares? In the bottom left, she has a picture of the mother from Arrested Development?
Yes.
Okay.
That's her.
Which that's kind of cash, actually. But all right, now, well, not the Netflix seasons, but all right, now let's play this. Although I really haven't watched those now that I think. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic. All right, now let me pause it. I'll turn the audio back on. It's at I guess that's 2:43 remaining on this video. All right, let's start it right now.
What the subject matter is there's been a, I think, good turn of events as far as this house goes, but they want to sell this house. The landlord.
Oh.
But they want to sell to us. But obviously, and they want to hold the note. Are they willing to hold the note?
Yep.
Which means you don't have to qualify for a mortgage. Although obviously they're going to ask what our income is, and that could be a problem.
Ben, Ben duped us all in here for another Courtney come home and clean the house stream. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, she could stream it or not stream it. I don't think she's that opposed to cleaning something. I don't know what your problem is. Maybe you don't clean anything ever, but
Wait, but
why don't you clean? Why don't I clean?
Yeah.
Well, I explained. I've been I don't have to fucking answer your questions. Why don't you clip this, and I'll tell you. It'll clip this whole thing, Shamoo. Why don't I clean? Because I want to kill you and have sex with your younger sibling. Okay. Okay. Make it, he's not a big and I'll give you some of this. Watch. Here you go. Here you go, Shamoo. And I'll open up my shirt, and you can jerk off about it and make another documentary. Okay, Shamoo. All right.
Ben, I was wondering about.
Fuck up.
Are you gonna call the cops on her again?
What, Shamoo?
Are you gonna call the cops on her again?
Okay, Shamoo. Here we go. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Sing Mr. President. Like happy birthday, Mr. President.
Da 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 da. Let me know when you finish jerking off so I can stop. Da 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 da. Down. Bam.
I'm done.
Shamoo, you're my little faggot. You love looking at me because I'm a real man, and you're just an acne-ridden Asian who doesn't have any sense of himself, who has daddy issues, who doesn't know what he's doing, may or may not be me. Okay, is that enough? You can clip that, put it on rotation. and suck my dick. I said you could suck my dick because I really appreciated the timing. You didn't take me up on the offer. That's your loss, bro.
Now, he offered to let you suck his dick, and he did a little striptease there, and also he did scoff at the idea. I mean, I can understand that, scoff at the idea of cleaning your own house, but I've had to do it recently. I just had to clean my own fucking room yesterday, actually. So, yeah, it is a bit of a downer, but sometimes you have to. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like for some reason, Ben, like whenever you give pushback, like all I did was ask him, like, why don't you, clean or whatever. He just freaks out. And
wait, one sec. Sorry, super chat. I know.
$3 Thorp W over a logs. I kind of like this guy.
All right, go ahead. Finish your thought there. I appreciate that super chat. Thank you.
Yeah, so when he ever gets pushed back, he just like automatically starts to make like really gay statements. Like no matter what, and he'll like do stuff like dance and like take up when he's at peak mania. He's like takes off his shirt and just starts making crazy gay homosexual comments. It's odd.
I think I have a clip of him licking his G-string somewhere. I should look for that.
Yeah, hold on. I'll send that picture to Ralph to give you an idea of like some of the stuff he's sending to women or whatever he's interested in.
So we can expand on that. For a while, I have like a cabal of Discord girls that I sort of sent in to talk to Ben, and he sent various images. The most recent one, that's one of them Shamoo just posted. I don't even know if you can pull these up on stream. They're pretty wild, but this is the most recent one.
Okay. I think I guess I can, but I don't know. All right. Okay. Let me see here. I'll pull up the first one. I think I've seen that one before. That's something else there. That one in and of itself. But there's another one. I guess that's a teaser. The other one's a bit of a teaser. Now we can show it, but viewer discretion maybe for some of you. Now the second one is this. Now there's not actually anything showing, but it's a little
yeah, he sent that. He sent that like 2 days ago to some to one of the girls or whatever, and he's fucking this guy, man. He's a crazy sexual deviant. You know what I mean? Like just to the max. It's absurd, and it's so funny that Grace tries to defend him at every turn.
All right,
I don't know how you do that.
I'm gonna take that off screen. All right, now. Okay, so we still have Big Papa Faggot here on the table.
Yes.
Who I don't like, but go ahead.
No.
Neither do we.
Well, the Big Papa Fascist thing, yeah. So I think this is a Killstream exclusive. Am I right?
Yeah. No one's ever heard this before.
Yeah,
I'd heard that. I haven't heard it, but I'd heard that it was a Killstream exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah. So Grace, they know the Crucible, and that they got banned from chat and all this stuff. So she decided she was going to start stream sniping it.
God of Conquest 91 sent $3. Hey Ralph, hope all is well with you and the family. I just got here. Who is this Coach Red Pill looking MF?
That's Ben Thorp, patriarch of the Thorp family, and we kind of been talking about that today, and we talked about it a little bit on Saturday if you want to go back and watch that and catch back up. So that's who it is. A little bit controversial guy. Go ahead and pick back up where you were. We're 49% of the way there on the 6th hour Transformer Fund. Powerchat.live/the Ralph Retort. Killstream.live/tip. $ Sunset Squad. Ferret.cash/the Ralph Retort if you want to throw some Monero, and a couple other ways. I won't go through them all. I think there's Entropy too. Go ahead, Grossly.
Yeah, so they were banned from chat. So we sort of told them about like what stream sniping was. So Grace fired up a few stream snipes. Not many people watched them. There's about 15 to 20 people watching her watch the Crucible because obviously it's fucking deadly boring. So no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
But he lost his mind at this, and he was like, "You can't be doing this to me." He took it. I think he said it. This is the equivalent of swatting me. Like you're trying to get me fucked over. I mean, I don't want to spoil his own words because this Discord call that Grace recorded and gave to us is pretty funny. Like he's not a happy bunny about being stream sniped. Put it like that.
All right, a Killstream exclusive. We'll pull it up over here, and then we can listen. I haven't heard it, so I don't know. And it was sent my way. I think I was already on air, but I wouldn't have listened to it anyway. You guys know my policy. I almost always, 98% of the time, watch stuff on air versus watching it off, because I got that from Jerry Lawler too, actually. I could tell that story, but he talked about how he liked to see, and it's wrestling, it's scripted, spoiler alert, and he could find out what happened before. Jim Ross always knew what was going to happen, but Lawler just felt like his reaction was more authentic if he didn't know what was going to happen, which I think there's merit to that. And so I try not to. There are some exceptions. All right, let's see. Okay, so this... I might have copied the same thing. Let me see here. Okay, I think I did. Let me pull this up. Okay, so I see the clips. Let me see. Clips for us to cover. And then on the second one, it looks like the same file. I don't know if you have it and can just link it in the Discord.
Yeah. I'll link it.
Yeah, and then we'll get that set up. Thank you guys for the support so far. We're setting up some debates. We got a debate on, June the 16th, Captain Tazariak versus Joel Davis. Which is worse, black crime or white crime? And that can go in a lot of different directions. On the 17th, we have, it's Killstream, right? On the 17th, we have Wurzelroot and Beardson versus Andre and Bumpkin from New Frontier, which is, I don't really know much about him, but we had him on, I guess, Thursday or Friday, Andre, and so I said, why not do a debate? So Wurzelroot and Beardson, the host of the Weekly Sweat, on the 17th versus Andre and Bumpkin from New Frontier. And then we got Adam Green versus Pines at possibly this Friday night. So pencil that in. It's not fully booked just yet, but we're ramping it back up. Brittany knows these people, I think, because I was told that they had been on Politically Provoked. And I don't really. I know Andre and know a little bit now, but I wasn't familiar with them before. So that's the upcoming event schedule. I'll be gone from Monday through Thursday next week, unfortunately, and I will miss all you guys. But I'm going to the States. I'm going to see my daughter and do some other things, and very much looking forward to that. So I have to go. I have to go back, Not unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's in the United States, but I'm excited to see my family, so I'm looking forward to it. All right. Do we have it? Let's see. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. All right, let's see.
And Grossly, can you watch the stream, or do you want me to stream it from here so you can listen?
Yeah.
Stream.
Yeah, that'd probably work better. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's 26 minutes. I'm going to hit play right now.
In fact, I got rid of one of my moderators, Stephen Mulroney, based on the fact that he was there.
Okay, but still, you have people who have clearly talked with us and are on our chat.
It's impossible for me to keep track of every individual who would be on your channel.
Right, because it's ridiculous to ban anybody who watches somebody else's streams. You're creating an echo chamber. If that's what you want to do, then fine. But I'm going to make fun of it.
Do you think that my 2,000 person stream before I dropped it in 3 hours is an echo chamber, really?
Yeah, I do. I saw somebody on your chat who said it wasn't somebody I sent. They said, what do I have to avoid to get banned here? And they got banned for saying that. You have a fucking echo chamber over there. And I think it's ridiculous for you guys to say, oh, we're open to anything. But you ban people nonstop. And, if you want to do that,
Grace,
then fine.
Grace, you have this little teeny, weeny, tiny channel where you can keep track of 15 chatters. I have to have mod support nonstop because we're the targets of trolls internet-wide all the time. Due to the fact that we don't get along well with Reuters or some of these other groups. They constantly send in people just like you do to try to disrupt broadcasts and cause all kinds of trouble. So we have to ban them. We can't have people coming in and consistently derailing every single broadcast. Trolls. Why would you think that would be a good idea for us to do?
Well, you guys are paranoid. You think that everybody's a troll. I do not. I mean, give me a break.
I didn't say everyone's a troll, but for a frame of reference, you don't have a large enough channel or a large enough audience where you've had to deal with any of this. I have no idea why you think you would know how to do it better than me.
Well, my entire channel is full of people making fun of me, but I don't ban them because I'm not a
entire
little
channel because
I'm not a baby.
No, it's because that's the only audience you have is a bunch of trolls from the internet.
Well, I mean, I don't ban people who make fun of me. I don't run away from them.
Well, you can't afford to ban people who are trolls on your channel because then you wouldn't have a channel because they're all trolls, Grace.
They're not all trolls, but yeah, a lot of them are trolls, and they're actually like funny people.
You can't afford to ban anybody. You don't have enough of an audience to be banning anybody.
Can I pause this in 213? I hate this son of a bitch. You know what? Team Grace all the way on this. I can't even fuck this guy. Are you serious? Will you shut the fuck up, you fucking self-important blowhard faggot? I hate this son of a bitch. I can't even, what in the fuck? Oh my God. He deserves to be fucking thrown in a burlap sack and get the phone book treatment, if you know what I mean. This motherfucker. Okay. Sorry. I had to get that out because it was really getting to be. I felt like I was about to have a heart attack or something if I didn't say that. All right. 213. Go ahead. Any thoughts so far, and I'll continue it.
Yeah, I think it's just so funny how self-important BPF is. You know what I mean? And he's doing this. Yeah. You have to remember throughout this call, he is doing this because of a girl with 20 live viewers is stream sniping him. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Why is he even doing this?
I don't know.
I don't either. All right, 213. Just to give you a marker there, and I'm gonna start again right now.
Sure, if you think you can afford to just ban people who your paranoid moderators think are trolls, if you want to have this ridiculous echo chamber and you think that's going to succeed, then fine. You don't have to engage, but I'm going to...
Well, whatever you think, it's already succeeded. So I don't even know what your frame of reference here is.
Well, I mean...
Crucibles is smashing success. Over 300 members, 300 paid members, and it increases every single month. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're even talking about.
Yeah, I get it.
You can't have
I get you.
consistently going into your chat and derailing every single fucking episode that you have, Grace.
Well, we didn't derail and you banned us. We didn't do any of that shit.
Do you think if you go to a chat that has 3,000 live viewers, that the mods aren't working on overdrive, removing trolls? Are you insane?
I think all that stuff is baby stuff. If somebody wants to make fun of us, go ahead.
You don't have a frame of reference. You don't have a large enough channel for you.
I get it. You're so much bigger and smarter than me. I get it.
I'm not talking about being better than you. I'm telling you have no frame of reference here.
I've seen larger chats on other channels. I don't know. Alex PWF has trolls. He doesn't ban them. He just says
I have a larger live chat than Alex does.
Well, yeah, I mean, he sometimes has 250. I don't know. If you want to...
Yeah, and I average 330. So I have a larger live chat than Alex does. Yeah. Even though I have what you say is an echo chamber, which is really fucking bizarre.
Yeah, you've got a bunch of people saying BPF is so based, riding your dick so hard. It's cringe, dude. It's super cringe. But I think it's fine. But if that's what you want to do,
I'm sorry, Grace. It sounded super jealous. It sounded jealous.
No, I prefer
a little bit jelly because chatters come in and call you a dumb skank and a whore and everything else.
You're getting wrecked, you fucking idiot. What are you talking about? You sound like the biggest blowhard faggot of all time. Oh my God. Jealous? Who the fuck would be jealous of that? I can't even... Oh my God. I can't.
It's so funny when she brings up PWF. He's like, well, he gets 250. Well, I get 330, Grace. So,
he's always like that, by the way. Oh, well, this and that. Oh, okay. You know what? You're an undisputed faggot. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't care if you had 33,000 people watching you live. You would still be the biggest faggot that ever fucking took a breath. Anyway, all right, 408. That's where I'm at. We'll continue right now.
Just like you guys. Just like you do. I'm used to it. You broke me in, dude. You're the one who started that shit. But anyways, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if people make fun of me because I have a thick skin, unlike you.
What do you bring to the table?
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah, what are you going to bring to the table for the Crucible?
Oh, I'm a fun chatter.
He's trying to get a... What is he doing?
know. I'm a fun person. I like chatting. I like coming up there.
You're boring. You're fucking boring as sin. You have nothing useful to say. You know nothing about geopolitics, localized politics. Your intuition.
Nigga, we ain't talking geopolitics, you moron.
That's it.
Oh, I don't really think that's true, but yeah, I don't claim to know about any of those things.
Right.
So the thing is that we have no fucking use for you. You're a drama streamer, and mostly you.
Well, you know what? I do both.
Family drama.
Well, yeah, I do want to move away from that, but I mean, it's kind of. I think like, okay, you're a Christian, right? Like, you get families in rough.
Isn't.
Like, I don't think you can just say like, hey, fuck you, your family is crazy. Like, yeah, okay. I mean, we're trying something. But yeah, I don't want to just do that. But first of all, you are a fucking drama streamer, Andrew. Give me a fucking break.
No.
Yes.
It's our primary.
Watch how he recoils as you call him a drama streamer.
That's it. That's as much as I did.
Oh, your whole fucking thing is drama. Give me a break.
Dip my toe into the drama field is with the trash talk.
Oh, he dipped his toe. Oh, just a toe.
Those trash talks on. I'm generally friends and stay friendly with 99% of them.
Just a toe.
Yeah, I don't see why that didn't happen with us. You did a trash talk. You did a trash talk about me after I was banned and blocked on everything. It's really easy to talk shit when they can't talk back, right? Because that's what men like you do. I have never sent a chat in your streams that is a troll chat. It's either a joke or I'm making a comment.
You send actual trolls, Grace.
Yeah, but that was after you blocked me on absolutely everything. I never used to.
All right, let me pause it. This is amazing.
Anonymous sent $3. Grace W.
Holy shit, Grace W. there on the super chat. I think we're 46 or something around there, close to halfway. 618. Let's pick it right back up right now.
Hang on, just for context. This was around the time when this was like not that long after the Tuck stuff, and we were I made Paulie Frog quit drama for a bit after that stream, and we were fucking with people hardcore. When we turned up, he was so fucking
scared.
Like, his fucking world ended. Yeah, he was terrified.
People don't understand.
Like, oh my god.
Some people do because they were here, but I'll refresh their memory. Grossly and his guys pretty much single-handedly changed the course of history last year. Not that we were holding our own, right, and you know, things were going well in certain regards, but I'd just gotten jumped in Lisbon, and I came back and did a show, and, you know, it was super well supported. I think we got like $1,500 or something. So, you know, I wasn't like in the poorhouse destitute or anything, but like, you know, it changed the course of history because he outed Tux as a sister fucker and kind of just changed the whole dynamics, and Flamenco fell further and further, and the whole Medicare fag squad just started taking L after L. And that was the event. Now, I mean, really, you know, Flamenco doxing himself in Kingpin kind of was the start, but that was like without that Tux audio, like that just completely changed the game. And it was the cruel summer afterwards.
Oh yeah, and that was the catalyst too.
Yeah.
That thing in Lisbon, Cog being a fucking total faggot. You know what I mean? It was like, fuck these guys. Like, you know, they're just being total fags. Like, what? They're gonna like go and then just like assault someone? Like, what a faggot. So that was like the catalyst for all that shit. And
yeah, that was literally the final. After Cog did that, I was so sick of fucking people like Flamenco and Gator, and I was like, these people are just the fucking. Why is no one mocking these people? These people are the scum. They needed it. They're fucking hanging around with Tux, the sister fister that they all knew about, by the way. They all fucking knew about this disgusting shit. Enough was enough. Things had to change.
It was a game changer, and I've talked about this before. Some of them can't understand why people pick on them. Why aren't you picking on Ryan? Why aren't you going to him? Well, because it's I mean, you know what I mean? First off, they need it, like you said, but second off, it's so easy to fuck with them. You just, just a little light pin prick, you know what I mean? And they're just completely lose it, and they can't believe it, and you're a gun guard, and this and that. And, I mean, it's more fun to fuck with them, really. I mean, it's like, okay, well, it's more fun, and it's easier, and all it takes is a little slight breeze their way, and they just completely lose it. Now, that was more than a breeze. That was more like a thunderclap there. But, all right, 618. Let's pick it back up. I wanted to give some more kudos on that and refresh some memories if people didn't remember. All right, 618. Let's go ahead and pick it back up right now.
You didn't do what I wanted, so it's justified for me to try to derail your chat, try to cost you money, try to do everything I can to
cost you money.
Hang on.
Oh my God,
Grace. What you're trying to do is hurt me personally.
Based.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to re-engage you because you keep running away like a little baby.
Do you think that making these derailments or trying to send in trolls or trying to hurt my channel that way or tarnish my reputation online, things like this, you don't think that those are ways to personally hurt me?
I tarnish your reputation. I don't know what you're talking about with that.
I'm asking you, do you think that you going in and derailing, like let's say there's a great broadcast that's going on, people are having fun, lots of super chats are flowing, do you think that if you purposely go in there with trolls in order to attempt to derail that, don't you think that that hurts me personally?
What? Hurts you personally?
Let me pause it at 7:13.
God of Conquest 91 sent $5 since we're talking about BPFLs. Never forget the time Wurzelroot made BPF run away from a debate. Link.
Yeah. You know what? I'll play that after for sure. This is gold too, though. I mean, like I've never heard this, and he's even more like he turns the smug up off air too. Like I mean, he's super smug and ridiculous on air, but like it's to another degree. And it's funny that he's saying all this stuff, given that he's lied about me and put out all this bullshit about me and hung out with these faggots. So you know, I mean, it's just completely hypocritical and disingenuous. But all right, 7:13. Let's pick it back up.
If you derail the entirety of the broadcast and I'm no longer able to make any cash on the broadcast or no longer able to focus on the content, don't you think that that would actually be a painful blow to myself and my family?
I don't, but you said I've never been, first of all, you said I never did that.
It doesn't, it's the intent that matters.
No, my intent, look, I'm not in charge of
answer my fucking question.
Wow, it's abusive.
Every single question and answer my fucking question. Don't you think that that would hurt me personally to do that to me?
Hurt you personally? Like I want?
Yes.
No, I don't want to
if you're costing me money, energy, and effort on my stream, I have to divert it in order to deal with your hurt feelings. Don't you think that that is literally you trying to target me personally? I mean, your dad's comment in that very stream is, "Oh, you cost him half his revenue." He said that, Grace.
Yes, but I had no intention of doing that. It was a joke.
Oh, okay. See what I mean, though?
It was a joke. I didn't even realize that. How would you say? What are you talking? No, I don't want to hurt you personally. I want you to make
I do.
money.
Then why? So you sending in trolls is good for me then.
Look, the point of sending in those trolls was to expose the hypocrisy in your chat. I can't handle what they say.
There's no hypocrisy.
There is
hypocrisy. Welcome in my chat, and Thorps aren't welcome on my channel. Where's the hypocrisy? I don't like you. You have tried to derail every single episode that I do.
That is not true.
Snipe live premium content.
It's not
stream snipe live premium content.
It is not premium.
Premium content.
I realized, but halfway through that, I switched it to members only.
Oh wow!
But not on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube.
Well, then how could I watch it? I'm not a member.
If you're already watching the stream, it's possible that the algorithm doesn't throw you out.
Okay, it didn't work then, dumb.
Well, if it had been members only, then I wouldn't have been able to see it. So
I don't know.
If you want to make it even more of an echo chamber, go ahead. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's my chamber to make it echo, isn't it? It's my.
It absolutely is.
Wow, what a retort!
It's my show to do with what I want. What I'm asking you again is, do you think? And by the way, I've never done any of these tactics back to you. Never. Because I'm better than you, Grace.
Oh, yeah, you've never called me a dumb bimbo. You've never insulted me.
I've never gone to try to divert a single one of your streams. I've never sent anybody after you. I've never gone after your Discord. I've never told people to go mod you. I've never done anything.
I never said that. I never did any of that.
The only thing I've ever done to you, the whole reason you're mad at me is because I don't talk to you. That's why you're mad.
Yes, I do think it's a pussy move to run away and block me on everything, and my dad. Yes.
Right. So I have to. Do I have to perpetually engage with you for the rest of my life?
No, but I think if you don't,
when am I allowed to draw a line of I don't want to work with you anymore? When's that allowed, Grace?
Well, there's no reason for you not to work with us.
Yeah, but when am I allowed not to?
You can do it anytime you want, but we're free to respond in any way we want.
So the thing is again, so the implicit threat there is work with us perpetually until we decide we don't want you to work with us anymore, or else.
This guy's so pedantic.
Engaged with you. I've already engaged with your dad.
Like,
I
it's
gave you guys your
unbelievable.
show start. I sent Zen Shapiro your way. The reason you have a show is because of me.
Grace,
I agree. You did give us a platform, and we appreciated that.
I've given you enough, Grace. Why won't you people leave me the fuck alone? The reason you have a channel, Grace, is because I gave you your start, and I gave you a shot. And just like I do all small content creators, and I've always done that. And I've always
Who gave you a shot, faggo?
Push their channel. I shout out dozens of channels every single time I do a stream. You see me do it.
I won't say that. I should though.
Well, you burned that bridge.
But you banned
I'm
us
thinking of
for-
some shots, not the alcoholic kind.
You banned us. We never banned you. You deleted our debates. We never took any of your content down. You didn't even link my dad's channel in one of those debates because you're making fun of us. I get it, but I mean, come
Dad
on.
didn't have a channel in his first debate.
No, on the second one, you didn't link it
There was no second debate.
with Rob Knorr. You misspelled his name. And
He
you didn't
can't
link
even
his
figure it
channel.
out.
Okay, so the thing is like nobody purposely has ever gone out of their way to do anything bad to you. Again, your channel got its start because of us, because we elevated it, because we brought you on, because we pushed streamers
Because they gave
over
you
that direction.
$1,000.
Like we've done everything we can possibly do to help you.
Yeah, you left
And
that out.
You did in exchange is shit on us.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? Make some meme videos? Is that it? Is that it?
Let me finish.
What have we ever done to you?
Instead, what happens is this. I simply say I want to disengage and not deal with you again. You go, oh, what a baby. What a baby. He won't swat us. He won't send trolls after us.
Wait.
Things to us. Instead, he just wants to disengage.
But we never did any of that to you. I suggested to.
Grace, you sent your trolls live.
You sent your trolls, Grace.
And you told them what to say.
Oh my God! How dare you?
Podcast. You did it live.
It wasn't derailing. That's
Just
not
block him and
derailing.
move on. What the fuck is your deal? I don't.
All I ever did was make meme videos of you and go on your stream.
Hey, you swatted me.
Well, you're saying, hey, if I did what
Oh
you
my
did to me,
God.
then you'd be begging for me to stop. What have I ever done?
No, Grace, listen. You realize that when you surround yourself with trolls, like the ones that you have, and then you give them a target, you say the Crucible is your target, and this publicly doxed figure named Andrew Wilson is your target. If one of those guys swatted me, are you going to take responsibility for that?
Can you say it again?
Why would she?
Seriously,
If one of your trolls swats me, are you going to take responsibility for that?
She was.
But you said something before, and if I tell them to target you,
It's like
If
what?
you tell people to target.
First off, let me pause it at 1322. The short answer is no. If somebody calls in a SWAT, she didn't have anything to do with that, you moron. What? Unless she directly told somebody to do it, which I don't think that would happen. Go ahead.
She's critiquing somebody in stream start very old,
Yeah,
this stuff's been around forever. But Andrew can't handle it. He's gonna get swatted because some girl, some 20-year-old girl is stream sniping him. It's ridiculous.
This is just
the craziest thing, right? The craziest thing is that the trolling he's talking about is me going, "Can you define fascism?" on fucking 15 different accounts.
Yeah,
that's what he's talking about.
No, he
So
can't.
broke.
Yeah. Of course he can't. All right, 1322. Let's continue. Oh wait, super chat.
Schizo Pattern Enjoyer sent $3. You are tiny and irrelevant. Also, you can derail my stream on a whim. It doesn't matter why you did it, your actions hurt me personally.
Right.
You didn't affect me at all, but your intent is what matters. Fuck this faggot.
Also, it's my chamber to make it
A Sunny
echo.
D sent $5. This guy hasn't dealt with even a tenth of the kind of
Not
chaos
even
trolls have
close.
caused you.
Not even close.
The guy has bitch in his blood. Couldn't be the Ralph Amali.
It couldn't be me. This is just pathetic.
Avon Chartsdale sent $3 daily reminder. BPF's fat wife sent her Fred Flintstone feet to Davidson in DMs.
Tough.
Orthodox Christian, by the way.
Those dogs were just otherworldly too, by the way.
Anonymous sent $3. Now I know why Brittany's kept fighting Grace and Chap so much. We got a new female on Lugger. Good work so far.
Good work so far. See, she's getting some rave reviews for this. All right. 1322. We'll pick it back up. We're 52% of the way there on the 6th hour Transformer Fund. I think she might call in after. And if not, we'll have her on soon. And also, I saw Swan point that out. It's my chamber to make it echo. That's like the most try hard retort I've ever heard in my life. Just say it's my echo chamber. You know what I mean? You don't say it's my chamber to make it echo. That sounds so gay. I can't even. Oh God. Right? That's just terrible. Try hard faggotry. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's bad. It's his MO though, so it makes sense. All right. 1322. We'll pick it up right now.
Figure, in this case me, and one of them decides that they're going to swat me. Are you responsible for that?
I would never tell people to publicly target you. I mean, it depends what you mean by target.
You have already done this multiple times.
It depends what you mean by target.
You tell them to go to the chat. You tell them to cause as many problems as possible. You tell them to do these things. The inference there is that I'm some bad guy or an enemy. So what happens?
You are.
Are you responsible if one of them swats me or not, Grace?
I've only ever said, let's make fun of this guy.
Are you going to answer my fucking question or not? If one
That's
of your
the
trolls
answer.
swats me, is that your responsibility or isn't it?
No.
I've never, I'm not responsible for what they do. I've never suggested that you do that.
That's exactly what I knew that you would say. You would say, no, you'd say, no, Andrew, of course, I'm not responsible for what they do.
She's not.
Even if you're the one who's pushing them to target me.
To make fun of you. All I've ever suggested is that they make fun of you.
No, you don't seem to understand what cause and effect is. If I decided to say, this family is fucking terrible and they need to be targeted, they need to be brought down, they need to be arrested.
I never said that about you.
But Grace, just...
You exaggerate it every time to make a point.
That's the whole point of why I'm exaggerating it. If I did that direction, it would cause an untold amount of havoc.
Oh,
There'd be all kinds of all kinds of crazy shit to you.
But let's pause this at 14. First off, think about all the heat they've taken since then, too. It's like this guy's just a complete fucking cornball fag. All right, sorry, I had to interject that. 14:53, excuse me. Let's continue right now. Untold havoc.
So instead, you know what I do? Instead of saying these people are a target or these are people you need to go mess with, I fucking
she's just laughing online. What's the problem?
If you want to say something about us and you want to say go mess with them in their chat if you want it to be funny, you're welcome to do that. If somebody swats us, I wouldn't hold you responsible at all. If you said I think it would be funny to
you've never had it happen. You don't know how you would react, but
I would not blame you.
Grace.
Well, I mean, if you're going to ban me and block me on everything, then I will try to engage you, but you don't have to.
You're not
a victim of it.
You're like a psycho ex-girlfriend, right? I block your number on the cell phone and I fucking dump you, and so you just incessantly stalk me and fucking say, "Oh, you're going to do what I want. You're going to do what I want." That doesn't sound like psycho ex-girlfriend behavior to you.
I'm not saying that.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like you're a psycho ex.
I think that you banned us because you didn't like the fact that we were making fun of you, and I think you're babies for doing that. That's why.
Okay, so let's say I dumped you because I didn't like you for whatever reason. Would you then stalk me everywhere that I went?
I mean, it's not similar because that's a private relationship. If we publicly... I would make fun of you publicly if you dumped me because, I don't know how that analogy works, but yeah, I'd tool on you.
Right, so what you would do so basically you're a psycho ex. You don't need us, you can move on. It's the same speech I would give an ex-girlfriend, right? There's plenty of fish in the sea, Grace. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Yeah, well, I don't need you, but if I enjoy making fun of you because you guys are paranoid about a 20-year-old girl who may be stream sniping you,
you mean a psycho ex.
I will enjoy making fun of you.
Y'all never dated. What are you talking about?
Engaged, then I would be happy to debate your wife. You know that.
What would you debate her on? How you're a fucking retarded psycho.
Yeah, bring that fat bitch. Yeah, roll that fat bitch down the aisle. I'd like to see her get picked apart too. You know what? Yeah. Bring her out of the mothballs, wherever you're. She's probably in the cheese balls, I had to guess, actually. But you know what? Bring her big ass down the walkway. I'd like to see that. All right, 1703. Let's pick it back up right now.
Do you think you can debate with my wife on what? Culture? Feminism? You think you're going to debate a published author on something and you're going to have a useful opinion? Like, what would you even want to debate her on?
Okay, I have a topic. Okay, I think I would either debate her on what makes a real woman, or I would debate her on her thing about feminism. Is feminism the root cause of women's issues? I would debate her on either.
Sounds both good.
That whole debate would go. Yeah,
she's got it.
I think I agree with that. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah, I would say that that's true. Yeah, I agree.
Your wife's a moron, dude. What are you talking about?
Why don't you make it happen and we'll see how it goes? If she's gonna BTFO, then
let's do it.
Blow me
Why would she waste her time with a psycho ex stalker? So why don't you go like cut your teeth on people who aren't some of the best debaters in the sector? Perpetually want my attention. And the reason that you want my attention is because I've ignored you, and it hurts your feelings that you've been ignored by me. How dare he just walk away from me? How dare he just not even acknowledge my presence? Your whole stream last night was basically saying, you're going to pay attention to me. Oh, you're going to learn. You're going to see. It's psychotic ex-girlfriend behavior, Grace.
Oh, give me a break. I was making fun of you.
No, well, that's what they say too, right? They always
she was
say,
channeling you, asshole.
I was just funning. I'm only funning when I say.
You're reading a
Nobody says funning, you idiot.
Not only did you didn't
in
just
1955 they did.
And it said that anybody who's even watching our streams is banned from your chat.
Yeah, I don't owe them anything.
She's just laughing online.
It's only ridiculous from the perspective of the person who's blocked, not from the perspective of the blocker.
Well, I think if a bigger creator did that to you, they'd say you were clout chasing and all the ankle biting and all this stuff.
Creators have done that to me. And I don't perpetually go after them until they acknowledge my
Wrong, that's a lie.
Right, well, because you're a baby. You want to be in your echo chamber making fun of them, and you don't want to actually engage. That's fine. Like, they kept saying this thing about, like, how your name is not BPF anymore. I thought it was Andrew BPF.
Yeah, well, the BigPoppaFacist was a riff.
Yeah.
The whole point of it was to show that if you put fascist in your name, there'll be a presupposition that you're a Nazi, even if you're not.
Why would that be?
If you put Big Papa Communist there, it would be completely socially acceptable. And it was hilarious, and it worked to a high degree. But
how hilarious! People took you at face value.
Oh, okay. Because you would define fascism as.
I told her to ask him this, by the way.
I think communism is fascism, essentially. But that aside,
well, it's not.
None of that matters.
It doesn't matter what you think. There's defined definition.
And if she doesn't want to debate you, there's the implicit or else.
Well, I mean, why doesn't she want to debate me? She's the top female debater in the sector.
Because you're a 20-year-old fucking airhead with no clout. What good does that do for her?
Oh, no clout.
It does a lot for you. What does it do for her?
Well, I think I can beat her, so she can blow me out.
I'll tell you what, then, Grace. Give me $1,000 and I'll arrange a debate with you and my wife.
Right, you need money to do it, right?
Why? Do you think that people who have large online presences don't charge for their time?
I don't.
I don't think you charge your debaters.
Are you kidding? I've never.
They do. They do it all the time.
I've never done that. I can't even believe he's making that. That's not the norm at all.
This whole thing was a scheme for him to just get another 1K, bro.
Yes,
that's why he did this.
That's exactly right. He's trying to fucking talk her into getting some more money out. I guess it was her dad that paid him first, but like, that's what it's all about. That's not the norm at all. Do you know how many debates I've hosted? I don't even know. 150, 200 probably. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, super chat.
$5. He is such a fucking smug asshole and thinks way too highly of himself.
This is insane. He's a scammer and a fraud and just a complete phony. Go ahead, Shamoo.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like this whole so he does this whole thing, right? Like where he's gonna talk to her and everything because she's stream sniping him, and then he just, he probably decided beforehand, oh, I'm just gonna try to squeeze more money out of them. Like that's his whole fucking thing here. That's like his whole, final plan or whatever. Well, if you can give me 1K, I'll let you debate. First of all, I don't even know who his wife is. Like his wife is like some big thing that you got to pay $1,000 to debate. I don't even know who she is, but yeah, he's just trying to squeeze more money out of him.
Unbelievable. Now she's saying they didn't pay 1K, so I'll put that out there.
Ben Thorp paid not on this time, but Ben paid Andrew 1K to do his first debate before he had any YouTube presence online. That's true.
All right, now there's a dispute there. I just wanted to put that out there because she was saying that in chat. All right, 2037. Let's continue right now.
And the thing is that the more prominent they are, the more they tend to charge. So I know what you're going to get, and you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a huge boost. You're going to get a lot of eyeballs on you. You're going to get all those things that you want. What is she going to get? What does she get?
She says she thinks that I'm a little hoe bag, right? So she can
she can
blow me out publicly.
But she doesn't need to engage with you, and you're already blown out. So, like, what does she get?
Well, I don't know how I'm already blown out. She said on
I
her
bet you
Twitter,
Fat Wilson's pretty blown out.
She said on her Twitter, I'm open to debating anybody about feminism or any of this stuff. I said, how about we debate about whether feminism is like
yeah,
the
but they
root
have
issue?
to be competent. Grace, they have to be competent.
She said anybody. She didn't say they have to be
and
competent.
by the way, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? If you have nothing to give, why would she engage with you?
Why does she say? Why does she say she'll debate anybody? Why does she? She didn't say I have to. You have to pay me $1,000 to debate me. But I guess if you guys want to do bribery, I mean, okay, maybe.
Well, it's not bribery. There's no bribe. The bribe would be if you're trying to get us to do something nefarious, and then we accept. This is called a negotiation of terms.
What am I supposed to say when she says I'll debate? She says I'll debate anybody. She says I'll debate anybody. Then I say, okay, how about this debate?
Get bossed by the 20-year-old female. Wow.
Yeah, that's right, Grace.
But then you say, oh no, Grace has to pay.
No, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Grace is talking, boy.
To the exact standard of the words rather than the intent. So, for instance, what if somebody called her and said, "My 5-year-old wants to debate you"? Should she do that?
Yeah, she definitely should, Andrew.
Yeah, she definitely should, right? Should she? She shouldn't, right?
She says, I'm willing to debate anybody, suggest some topics, and we'll set up a debate. And I say, how about this? And you say, oh, no, you have to pay $1,000. Okay.
Should she debate a 5-year-old?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A 4-year-old? Should she debate a 4-year-old?
Mm-hmm. She should debate an infant that's just come out of the womb. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Because she said the word all. You're a fucking nutcase, Grace. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. If you want something, then learn how to negotiate. But you don't. That's the thing. I thought if I had a conversation with you, I'd learn that you wanted something. There's something usually people's desires, they wear them on their sleeve. I want X. Right? You don't want X. You want control.
I told you what I wanted.
I don't know why you want control over the Crucible.
I told you what I wanted. I told you what I wanted.
You wanted that money.
Yeah, but you only want it for the purpose of control. You think that which wave of feminism?
Well, I mean, first, second, third. It's just the whole thing in general.
You don't know anything about feminism, Grace. That's the whole point. Like, you don't know anything about these issues.
All right,
you just want her on.
Okay, but easy W.
Because you think she'll give you a clout boost, and that's fine. And I'm not even upset by that.
Okay, so I suggest a genuine proposition, and you say, "Oh, all you want is a clout boost." Fine. Then, if that's how you run your debate channel, then go ahead.
I'm new to this. You think it's my first rodeo? Right? But you don't want anything. You're just looking for some type of bizarre control. It's very ex-girlfriendish behavior for no particularly good reason.
Yeah, we got it. We heard that before.
Debate with Rachel, then pay her, and she'll debate with you.
I legitimately disagree with her, but you insist on saying it's clout chasing. All right, if you want to say that, then fine. Anybody who disagrees with you guys, that you don't like, that you're afraid to debate with, they just don't know anything about it. That's why I won't have them on unless they pay me $1,000.
I don't care about clout chasing. Clout's
yes, you
game.
do.
You need to bring something to the table that other people want. What do you bring to the table that other people want, Grace? What?
I'm a good personality. I like debating. Women.
Yeah, you like debate, but like you're boring and you don't know anything. Like, what are you bringing me? What are you bringing for us? You don't bring anything for us.
Okay, keep running away and saying, "Girl, the reason I'm debating is she doesn't know anything about what she's saying." Fine, go ahead.
And then after she blows you out on that debate, then is there going to be a further restriction requirement that they have another debate and as many debates as you want until you're satisfied?
Well, if you ban and block me afterwards, she blows me out,
then the answer is yes.
Then I will make fun of you for running away from somebody who you supposedly crushed. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous.
Right. It's all about control. I get it. I understand. Well, you clearly don't actually want anything. You just
I just keep saying that when I told you what I want. Fine. We'll keep playing this game. You can call me your psycho ex-girlfriend, and I'll call you douchebag, and whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what I'll do. Right? I'll meet you halfway. So if you want to do a debate, if you want to actually debate with Rachel, and you can acknowledge somewhere in your squirrel brain that you don't really bring anything to the table, you just think that because you exist, you're owed something for reasons nobody understands, then do what many people do and be like, hey, I'll pay you X amount of money to do this debate because it'll be really good for my channel. That's how people usually negotiate these things out, Grace.
Wrong.
Fine, I'll go on my channel and I'll tell everybody that Rachel demands that I pay her.
Let me pause it for a second.
Stimulant Groper sent $3 grown man arguing with a woman on the internet about why his wife won't debate her.
Right. I'm glad you put it into perspective there, Stimulant Groper. That pretty much says it all. And by the way, that's not the norm. That's what shysters like this fucker does. That's just not the norm. I'm not gonna say it's never happened with me, but I realize it's probably happened before. But that's not the norm, and that's not how I do things. Brittany hosts debates. That's not how she does things. It's just wrong. I don't really care about the ethics of it or whatever. But, like, that's just not the norm at all. And that's disturbing. He's trying to claim it is. Go ahead, Avon.
Avon Chartsdale sent $3. Let me tell why I know Andrew Wilson is literally poor to the point of destitution. He pitched Grace the biggest number he could think of. And that number was only $1,000.
Well, and then he was trying to get anything. So you hear him right there, and he's like, whoa, make an offer. Like, he just wants some money, right? Yeah. And if it was anything, even a couple $100, he probably would have done it, right? He just was starting out a little higher there, right? He doesn't care. All right, 25.58. Let's. Oh, you guys.
You don't understand, Ralph. You don't understand. She's taking food out of his children's mouths by stream sniping.
It's his chamber to make echo. All right, 25.58. Let's continue right now.
Because that's what the Crucibles are all about. Getting money from people that they are, they're ostracizing because they want their money. Right, good.
Right, because we charge so many people so much money to come on and debate.
Well,
it's a shakedown operation.
Money, I get it. My dad's
an extortionist.
Okay, fine. Maybe I can convince him.
So he's so rich he lives in a hotel.
That costs some money, by the way.
Like, come on, man.
I gotta go, Andrew. I'll let you know.
Have a fine day, Grace.
Bye.
Well, we damn sure had a fine day. Listen to this faggot. I appreciate
what
that.
A shyster.
Holy fuck. I mean, she's right. Basically, he is kind of trying to extort, right? It's like, oh, well, pay me some money. I'll have you on. We'll be nice. Like, okay, well, no, that's not the standard. Go ahead.
Well, and
We've been sitting on that audio for so long now. We knew this is the perfect place to bring it. Again,
It was great. And I'll also say, by the way, my stream's still live, I think. I don't know. I'll double check on that. I just got an alert from Restream. I'll look at that. But yeah, you chose the right venue, and she was in the chat, and she said she had kind of forgotten about it, actually. And that's perfect. That's when you drop it. So kudos on that. And then I'll check the Rumble stream. Here we go. Here's a super chat.
It's almost astounding. The unheard ego. This faggot has sent $10. This squinty retard has such an overinflated opinion of himself.
True.
I've worked with people like this before and it's unbearable. His site is a failure, his marriage is a failure, and his kids aren't his. Keeping smoking squinty faggot.
All right,
don't want to sound like a dick or nothing, but it says on your chart that you're fucked up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded.
That's right. That's exactly right. His shit's all retarded. All right, now let me see. There was something God of Conquest sent in. I saw he wanted me to pull that up too, and then I'll get some thoughts from you guys. Put a bow on this. We'll see if she calls in. If not, I'm sure we'll have her on soon. She's pretty popular in the chat. She was already had some fans there, and then this played, and I just completely shifted the tide. All right, let's pull this up. This is Where's the Root? Okay, I'll link this to you guys too, so in case you want to listen through before I play it. There goes the link for that. Been a really fun show today, and so I appreciate you guys coming on. We're not done just yet with you guys. Hold on. Let's play this. It's BigPoppaFacist versus Wurzelroot. I don't know if I've seen this, but let's hit it right now.
If you had priests who had in the past engaged in homosexual activity, let's just say with overage altar boys instead of underage ones, and you shifted them.
What a weird anti-Christian attack.
Would you want them?
What a weird anti-Christian attack.
Would you want them in your church? Would you want them in your church or a teacher?
Right? When did you convert?
Convert to what?
To
always been a
Orthodoxy.
Christian.
You've always been?
No, not Orthodox, no, but I've always been a Christian.
When did you convert to Orthodox? What were you before?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, and you're making anti-Christian remarks like that.
That's not anti-Christian.
I'll answer your fucking question, but that's totally
what,
fucking
what makes an
anti-Christian,
anti-Christian? What makes an anti-Christian?
Why Catholic altar boys? Fuck you.
Why would that be anti-Christian? Catholics like to diddle altar boys. They do it all the time. I don't know what to tell you. The stats bear it out.
Not as much as Jews.
Just like public school teachers.
Hey, why don't you call it the Jews for diddling kids? Say that.
I don't know what the stats are.
Hey, Jews diddle kids way more. Why don't we talk about the Jews?
Why are you pivoting? Why are you pivoting away and saying that I'm making an anti-Christian remark?
Anti-Christian attacks, but anti-Jew attacks.
What's anti-Christian about what I said?
Make a joke about a fucking Jew diddling kids.
Sure, fine. Jews do it too. I don't know.
Isn't it fucked up? The last thing that happened to a kid before he get gassed in the Holocaust because wait a minute.
Oh God. All right. Okay. Oh man. All right. Again, guess clips speak for themselves. Not okay. Let's play 122. Right now.
And you're going to do everything you can to break the TOS
we're making
now.
Anti-religious attacks here, right?
We're done. Yeah, I think we've gotten all we can get. You can't handle the TOS, dude. I don't know.
You fucking ran away. You ran away from the fucking Victor Sharp shit, and now you've wasted 30 fucking minutes on a joke, and now you're sitting here like fucking making up invisible kids that are getting raped. Dude, you're such a pussy.
I'm not making
fucking
up
running
anything.
away from this. Mafangul, you suck ass, dude.
What am I making up?
Midwit, dude. You
what am I making up?
Midwit.
You got destroyed. You can't even believe. You can't actually imagine what you just got done saying. But you're going to learn.
You suck at this? You do. He muted himself. Bro, you suck. Boo! Oh, you suck. Come on. One joke about... Come on. Well, I'm not allowed to joke.
Anonymous sent $3. To be fair, it's not anti-Catholic or anti-Jewish attack. It's a homosexual
Shut up,
problem.
He sent that in himself, I think.
In both cases.
Go on, man. Well, I'm not allowed to make fun of fucking Jews raping kids. They do. All
right. We'll let that speak on its own. Now, now, thoughts, gentlemen, on the segment, on Big Papa Faggot, on the Thorp family in particular, since that's how we started here. Put a bow on it, Shamoo.
Yeah, so the thing with BPF is that he saw and he knows the Thorps because that's where Ben got his start and all that stuff. And he knows that they're new to streaming, that they're new to YouTube, and he tried to use it as a way to take advantage of them by getting them to pay him money. That's basically it. I mean, and that's pretty just shiesty stuff. So it's pretty shitty.
I would agree 1,000,000%. Also, some people asking for a link to this clip. I'll put it in the chat. Thanks for God Conquest. Thanks goes to God of Conquest for sending that. Grossly, what about you? Put your own bow on it, sir. The show's not stopping, by the way, but we're going to wrap up with these guys, and then maybe Grace will call in, or we'll have her on here soon. Thoughts, sir, and thank you for coming on. Thank you both for coming on.
Oh, well, as far as like Big Papa Faggot goes, he's a boring faggot. I would never watch his stuff. No thanks. But with the Thorps, I just like to watch crazy shit. And they provide enough crazy shit to keep me entertained. They have a whole cast of characters that come on. It's like, it's good shit, you know, whatever you may think of Grace and Ben's relationship. They're entertaining, you know, it's entertaining shit. And I'm going to keep fucking with them as long as I want, basically.
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. Much appreciated. Round of applause, especially for that debut audio. Holy shit. It was already great, honestly, but that took it over the top.